isn't called Americanish or something that matches the name of our country, but it's called English instead? Because, as all of you should know, our ancestors were originally from England. They sailed here in the New World to start a new life, but didn't bother to come up with a new language. We can say the similar thing for Mexico. Why isn't their language, let's say, Mexicanish, but Spanish instead? Just in case you're not familiar with all of this, it's because Mexico used to be a part of Spain. They used to be called New Spain, but they later on got their independence from Spain in 1821. But the interesting thing here is actually, how did they get their independence? What caused the breaking point between those two countries? Who led the first battle? And what gave the citizens the courage to start a revolution? That thing I'm talking about isn't really expensive or valuable or rare. It's just a fancier or more impressive version of what I'm doing right now. It's the Grito de Dolores, aka the Cry of Dolores speech given by Father Michel Hidalgo. Mexico started fighting for independence right after the Revolution of America. Father Michel Hidalgo is one of those people who strongly believes in freedom from Spain. On September 16, 1810, Father Hidalgo gave his famous Cry of Dolores speech in a small town named Dolores. Now, this is one of the many things in history where we're not sure what really happened. There's many different versions of the true story, and even very experienced historians can't tell the truth. We have a basic summary of the speech because many people listening at that time were taking note on what Father Hidalgo had said. We found them and pieced them together like a puzzle, and guess to the best of our ability, this is what we think Father Hidalgo might have said. The Grito de Dolores speech. My friends and countrymen, neither king nor tributes exist for us any longer. We have borne this shameful tax, which only suits slaves, for 3 centuries as a sign of tyranny and servitude, a terrible stain which we shall know how to wash away without effort. The moment of our freedom has arrived. The hour of our liberty has struck, and if you recognize its great value, you will help me defend it from the ambitious grasp of the tyrants. Only a few hours remains before you see me as head of the man who took pride in being free. I invite you all to fulfill this obligation. And so, without a passion nor liberty, we shall always be at a great distance from true cause is holy and God well protected. The arrangements are hastily being made, and for that reason, I will not have the satisfaction of talking to you any longer. Long live, then, the Virgin of Guadalupe. Long live our country for which we're going to fight. Of course, Mexico did change a lot in the past year, but one thing it didn't change is its language. Father Hidalgo said this in Spanish, so the last paragraph over here might sound something like this. Los arreglos se están haciendo a toda prisa y por eso no tendré la satisfacción de haber conocido por más tiempo. Viva, pues, la Virgen de Guadalupe. Viva nuestro país. Por aquí vimos a luchar. Unfortunately, a strong belief and a courageous heart isn't all you need to take victory. Father Hidalgo was defeated very badly as a battle of Catherine Bridge while fighting for independence. But a revolution is not always the easiest thing on this world. It's never about one single battle or one single win. It's more like a back and forth process. Even though Father Hidalgo himself failed to fulfill his dream, he's not alone. One of the most important outcomes of his Cry of Dolores speech, in my opinion, is that it inspired other independent movements in the Mexican Revolution. There's the Gutierrez Mahi expeditions that were inspired by the Cry of Dolores. There's James Long and Chen Long. There's Iturbide until finally Mexico won its independence in 1821. We can't really say that Father Hidalgo is the hero that won independence, but his speech is a cause of the hero that won independence. Another impressive outcome of his speech is that it signaled the start of the revolution. Once the tension between Mexico and Spain just grew stronger and stronger, everybody, literally everybody wanted independence more than ever. But no one is willing to or have the courage to take the first step, to bring everyone together and to be the start of everything, literally. until Father Hidalgo becomes the first person to do all of that with his speech. Now, at this point, you might ask, what's so special and significant about this that people would be willing to die for their country after hearing it? One of the most important skill or technique Father Hidalgo is able to deliver is that he brought people together. This is a picture made later on to show Hidalgo sparking the revolution, but if you look closely, there's people of all kinds joining his army. The rich and the poor, the old and the young, there's people from different countries, different races, different hair color, different skin color, and different eye color. Well, I guess you can't really see the eye, just imagine. Hidalgo is able to convince all these people, all these different people to achieve the same goal, because in his speech, he told them that they're not alone for wanting independence, and that he is one of them. Another impressive element Father Hidalgo used, in my opinion, is that I think his speech is more like an impromptu, because there didn't appear to be any evidence that he actually prepared for his speech. There's no notes or a rough draft found. Many believe that he just spoke out, just the word is just spoke from his heart, and he just spoke there right that moment when everybody is staring at him. Now, all of you just did an impromptu. I believe you can understand how hard it is to turn an impromptu answer into a well-delivered, well-organized speech that started the revolution, encouraged other people to fight, and created a country that still stands strong today. As Father Hidalgo said, Viva nuestro país! Long live our country. Thank you.